The following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Welcome everyone to UWF Shocktober. I am your host, Generic Commentary Man number 2, and up next, we have an elimination tag team match featuring UWF Board of Directors member Diamond Dallas Page and Chris Malenko versus Hurricane Helms and Yoshihiro Tajiri. It's coming at you next after a word from our sponsor.
Wake up in the morning, drop a big old log out here. You ain't got time for nothing fruity like a jog. Marry a fat bitch and die working like a dog. Cowboys in the heartland, bankers in the city. We love cars, guns, and big old plastic titties. Let's grab a case of Pisswasser and drink for the USA. Woo! Hey neighbors, I'm sorry, we're partying real butch. You ought to speak English if you like it here so much. Not Spanish or Chinese or British, or fucking Dutch. Fuck the Dutch. I said, yeah, we're gonna keep them illegals out. Guns and Pisswasser, yeah, that's what a party's all about. Getting real drunk, puking face down. Billy and a Bob in about every kid in town. Drinking Pisswasser, fighting, getting real shit-faced at night. Yeah, I'm a patriotic American. That's my national right. Pisswasser, German fighting lager for export only.
And introducing first, weighing in at 235 pounds, from Shreveport, Louisiana, he is the great Chris Malenko! Are you down with the clown New Orleans? Because I am until I'm dead in the ground. UWF original Chris Malenko is here, and he's ready to turn the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans into one hell of a gathering. Formerly competing under the name Chris Black, Malenko shocked the world during his rookie year in 2019 by going on a short undefeated streak and then defeating unbeaten champion Nova Reese for the EWA World Heavyweight Championship before losing it in an elimination chamber the following pay-per-view after some treacherous double-teaming by the likes of Yes2J. Since then, he's had a best-of-7 series with rival-turned-friend Jesper Riley over the shared love of wrestling legend Dean Malenko. But tonight, the self-proclaimed Juggalo Juggernaut looks to team up with UWF Board of Directors member Diamond Dallas Page. And introducing his tag team partner, weighing in at 241 pounds, from the Jersey Shore, he is a member of the UWF Board of Directors and the master of the Diamond Cutter, Diamond Dallas Page! Man, I am personally excited as hell to see DDP step inside the squared circle one more time for an actual wrestling match. A 3-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion and the 4th Triple Crown WCW Championship, as well as a successful yoga instructor, which if you use the code UWF on checkout at ddpyoga.com, you'll get a 75% off subscription for your first 6 months. And if you don't think that's a good enough of a deal, well, you can feel the bang.
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through!
And introducing their opponent, weighing in at 215 pounds, from the Fortress of Hurritude, Hurricane Helms! It is always nice to see Hurricane Helms here in UWF. The Hurricane has had hellacious matchups in the past here in UWF with the likes of RVD and plenty of others. This crowd in New Orleans at the Superdome is loving seeing him live and in person, but you gotta wonder if Hurricane only took this match on such short notice just to be sure Chris Malenko wasn't handing out edibles from the nearest Up and Smoke shop as Halloween candy. Again, either way, Hurricane Helms looks to team up with Yoshihiro Tajiri in this elimination tag team matchup. And introducing his tag team partner, weighing in at 189 pounds from Yokohama, Japan, he is the Japanese buzzsaw, Yoshihiro Tajiri. Tajiri looks focused and ready tonight, and if I were his opponents, I'd be scared to death to get my lights kicked out by this man. Much like ECW contemporary Rob Van Dam, Tajiri has some educated feet that are quicker than a hiccup that shoot hotter than a $2 pistol. Not to mention the various colored mists that Tajiri spits at his opponents, containing a variety of effects. However, his most used one, the green mist, acts as a blinding agent to set up the deadly buzzsaw kick finish. And I'm stuck wondering how exactly Hurricane Helms and Tajiri ended up in this tag team match together, but stranger bedfellows have been made in the world of wrestling, especially here in UWF. It's Chris Malenko and DDP taking on Hurricane Helms and Tajiri. I'm your host, Generic Commentary Man number 2 for UWF Shocktober and this tag team elimination extravaganza as Chris Malenko just sidesteps the flying forearm attempt there from Hurricane Helms. Hurricane making it back to his feet, nails Malenko with a knife-edge chop, who in return retaliates with a stiff kick to the mush of the Hurricane. Chris Malenko picking up the Hurricane now, planting him down with that headlock driver. Malenko setting up the Hurricane, who returns that elbow right to the mouth of Chris Malenko and nails the flying forearm attempt this time. The Hurricane puts Malenko right back down to the ground with a stiff super kick to the chest. Hurricane tagging in Tajiri, who immediately gets kicked in the mouth by another super kick from Malenko. Tajiri back in the ring, catching Malenko off guard, picking him up on the shoulders for the single knee gutbuster, dropping him down right across the leg. Tajiri looks to go for a vertical suplex, gets countered by Malenko, goes to throw Tajiri in the ropes. Tajiri reverses into the corner. Tajiri picking up Malenko into the corner. Malenko, runs for the clothesline, nails Tajiri after he ducks and he changed directions. Tajiri rolls to the outside, back in the ring. Fago miss to the eyes of Tajiri. Page right out of Tajiri's book, kicks him into next week. Chris Malenko goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and no. Only a 2 count for Chris Malenko as Tajiri looks to shrug it off. Malenko with a kick to the gut. Tajiri retaliating with a forearm shot and a stiff clothesline of his own, taking Malenko right down to the mat. Dropping the fist right across the eyes of Chris Malenko as Tajiri looks to make a tag into Hurricane Helms. Malenko makes it back to his feet, gets cut off by a clothesline from the Hurricane. The Hurricane setting Malenko up, stiff drop kick right to the back of the neck. Hurricane dragging Malenko into position, who was only playing a little bit of possum there. Nails that kick to the side of the head of the Hurricane, going for that choke. Dragging Hurricane into the center of the ring now, double stomp to the chest, goes for the running neckbreaker running neckbreaker combo. Hurricane had it scouted, as does Malenko with that forearm attempt. Goes, ducks under, snap German suplex, only gets a 2 count. Hurricane rolls out of the ring. Chris Malenko whipping Hurricane into the ropes. Nice drop toe hold. Hurricane back to his feet and nails Malenko with a flying forearm, taking Malenko off his feet. Again, tagging in Tajiri. Tajiri back in this matchup. Whipping Malenko into the corner, who takes a stiff chest bump and then gets his head taken off with that reverse clothesline. And green mist, payback from earlier, kicking Malenko's lights out this time. Turnabout's fair play as he goes for the cover, and Malenko powers out at one, shrugging it off, much like Tajiri did to his. And Tajiri whipping Malenko now into the corner. Stomping away at the chest of Chris Malenko, looking to put a hole through him as these men just stampede Chris Malenko in the corner. Just rapid tags in and out, but never ceasing, just stomping the bejesus out of Malenko. Good God! As Tajiri tags Hurricane in and nails Chris Malenko in the corner with the Hura drop kick. Hurricane goes for the cover. 1, 2, and it's broken up by DDP. Hurricane dragging Malenko across the ring, but Malenko playing a little bit of possum yet again. Malenko kicking Hurricane's lights out with that big boot, setting up for the Fago splash, only gets half of it. Nails Hurricane with another big boot, and this time completes the second half of the Fago splash, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and no. Hurricane kicks out, but DDP nails Tajiri with a tilt-a-whirl DDT as he went to get in the ring. Hurricane slowly making it back to his feet, but so is Tajiri. Malenko hurling Tajiri to the outside, taking care of Tajiri. Nails Hurricane with another one of those Scottish sickle clotheslines. Picking Hurricane back up to his feet. Hurricane reverses with a stiff kick to the gut. Goes for a clothesline, misses, eats the rope. Malenko setting up for one half of the Fago splash, and he gets the second half. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and no. It's broken up by Tajiri at 2, who gets hurled out of the ring again by DDP. Chris Malenko looking for a tag to Diamond Dallas Page. DDP gets to have some action this time as the UWF crowd cheer him on. DDP looking to set up for the Diamond Cutter. Tajiri back on the apron. DDP looked to take care of him, but Tajiri springboards off the top rope and nails Diamond Dallas Page with one hell of a missile drop kick. Good God, turned DDP inside out, who eats a knife-edge chop from the Hurricane. But DDP nails Hurricane with the elbow in the mouth and the Diamond Cutter. The Diamond Cutter out of nowhere. He can hit you with that thing from anywhere as DDP takes Tajiri off the apron. Cover 1, 2, and no. Hurricane gets the left shoulder up at 2. DDP says that's enough. Looking to finish it as Hurricane makes his way back to his feet. Snatching Hurricane by the head, slamming him into the top turnbuckle. As it looks like, again, turnabout is fair play as Diamond Dallas Page just stomping a hole into the logo of the Hurricane. Just rapid tags in and out. Again, just putting the boots to him, medium style, just kicking a hole in that logo on the Hurricane's chest. And Chris Malenko follows it up in return with the Juggalo drop kick. As Hurricane Helms looks to make a tag, reverses the stomp from Malenko back to his feet, only to eat a clothesline to the outside. Malenko working over Tajiri now with that apron back suplex, dropping Tajiri right on the hardest part of the ring. But Tajiri right back to his feet, takes Malenko down with a stiff clothesline right out here in front of us. As Hurricane hooks the arms of Malenko, hooking him up on the shoulders, burner breaker, dropping Chris Malenko right on his neck, right out here on the concrete. Nowhere for Chris Malenko to go, who whips Hurricane into the apron and nails Tajiri, sending Tajiri flying right over the Hurricane. Big boot from Chris Malenko to the Hurricane as Hurricane gets back in the ring. And Chris Malenko setting up for the Fago drop. He gets all of it. Chris Malenko with the cover. 1, 2, and 3. We have our first elimination of the evening. As Tajiri's right back to his feet. Counters the shot from Malenko as he gets back in the ring. Nails Malenko with a sick neck breaker. Tajiri, that running neck snap, doing his best to keep Chris Malenko grounded, working the leg now. Tajiri plants Malenko with a stiff belly-to-belly suplex. Malenko takes Tajiri over with that fireman's carry reversal. Malenko going for another Fago drop. Can he get all of it? He does. Goes for the cover. Referee gets into position. 1, 2, and no. Not to be yet for Chris Malenko. As Tajiri powers out, finds the strength of will to kick out of that Fago drop from Chris Malenko, who says, I'm done. Come in, DDP, and take your shot. DDP picks up Tajiri only to drop him back down to the mat with a heavy, stiff punch right to the mouth. Whipping Tajiri into the corner. Stomping away at the midsection. Choking away at the throat of Tajiri. DDP's got to break this before the referee's 5 count, and he does. DDP picking up Tajiri now. Going for another heavy strike. Has one in return from Tajiri, who nails DDP with another buzzsaw kick and kicks his lights out as he sets up for the one from the corner. Tajiri measuring his man. Nails the kick to the side of the head of DDP. And Tajiri looks to nail Chris Malenko in payback for earlier, who returned. Nails that Gamangiri from the apron, stunning Tajiri. As Tajiri wakes back up and nails Chris Malenko off the apron. Goes for the cover on Diamond Dallas Page. 1, 2, and 3. Your second elimination of the evening, and is down to Chris Malenko and Yoshihiro Tajiri, as Tajiri goes outside to fetch his opponent. Hurls him back into the ring. Tajiri dropping that knee right in the small of the back of Chris Malenko, who is only playing some possum, taking Tajiri down, telling the UWF crowd it's over. Tajiri making it back to his feet. Chris Malenko, will he get all of it? One more time, the Fago drop. He gets all of it. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Your winners, the great Chris Malenko and Diamond Dallas Page. As we take a look back at the replays, green mist to the eyes of Chris Malenko, getting his head kicked in there. We see the tail end of Hurricane with that Hura drop kick right to the gut of Chris Malenko. Look at the agility of Malenko nailing that Fago splash. Only gets a 2 count. And look at it from another angle here. Man, this crowd here at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana has come unglued for the hometown homegrown as the team of Chris Malenko and Diamond Dallas Page pick up the victory in this elimination tag match. Folks, still to come, the long-awaited, much-anticipated last man standing match between the Outlaw, Dom Hess, and Mr. Showtime, the Akane, for the UWF World Heavyweight Championship. It's still to come. I'm generic commentary man number 2 for UWF Shocktober. Stay tuned for more, but up next, a word from our sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, witness the keeper of arcane, wicked voodoo magic, and beguiler of spells, hexes, and curses, with the help of potions, talismans, and ancient relics from the forbidden realms of the...
In times like these, it's important to remember the good things. Sure, the economy may be a little rough, and we may be shuttering schools, hospitals, and libraries to pay union pensions. But San Andreas is still the place where dreams are made. This is where counterculture began and then morphed into a nanny state. A place that preaches environmental stewardship but has a terrible public transit system and the worst air in the world. Experience more of San Andreas, the suburban sprawl. No sense of community and no building more than 30 years old. where fluffy children's theme park animals are both our heritage and our culture. San Andreas leads the country in removing pristine first-growth forest to build generic strip malls and tract mansions. San Andreas, we won't be broken hypocrites forever. Brought to you by the San Andreas Tourism Board.